my peoples. So there's a new con in town, and this time it involves you, the professional. It starts with you. This has happened to me now twice. So what happens is you've put your profile, your professional background in all your social media platforms. So LinkedIn, there's FB, there's IG, there's Twitter. So this is what they do. I've received 2 phone calls now. They call you, like for the previous company that I was working with. I've worked there 7 years, almost 7 years. So this guy calls you and he's like, "Hi, Fred. Hi. I'm engineer so and so from this company. We worked with you, let's say 5 years ago." So of course, probability of me remembering that is close to zero. So they're like, "I need somebody. I need a QS. I'm in construction, so I need a quantity surveyor or I need an engineer with 2 or so years experience. There's a job somewhere." Of course, we want to refer. Like right now, I'm looking for a job, so my friends would want to refer. So you give them the CV. You're like, huh, this is somebody I've worked with. So you give whoever it is the contact, email address, phone number, send your CV here. Now, this is where that is all you need to do. That's all. Now, this one guy I gave a friend and I've worked with for almost a year. I gave them this email address. I told him, "Hey, this guy's called me and there's this job somewhere." I stopped it there. This guy calls me after 5 days, my friend. Tells me he's been interviewed over the phone. After Corona, people are doing everything online. He's been interviewed and he has passed the everything. He's supposed to report. It was a job in Kitui. To Kitui in by end of the month. That was by July. So I'm like, congratulations. This is God's work. Go do your thing. I wish you all the best. He goes. Calls me when he's in Kitui. Tells me the company was legit. He went to the company, the reception, and the receptionist tells him there's no name like that in that company. Never heard of that name. So the guy's like, he's traveled from Mombasa all the way to Kitui. The guy's like, what the hell? So he calls me, tells me, "Hey, that number you gave me, imagine it was a fake thing." I'm like, what? Did you give him any money? He tells me yes. I asked him how much, he didn't tell me. So it means it's a lot of money. Today I've received another phone call. That, "Hey, I'm Nani from Kenyan." I can even put the numbers and the email there. "Engineer, whoever from Kenyan." I'm like, "Oh, okay. We worked with you 5 years now. I have experience from that." So I'm like, "Okay. I'm looking for a QS." Last time it was an engineer. Like, yeah. And then he asked, how is everybody at the company I was working, to create that rapport, that relationship. I'm like, oh, this guy really knows. So he needs a QS, 1 or 2 years experience. I've received actually 3 times. One, it was looking for an engineer. The second call was looking for an accountant. And now today, the third one, why I decided to do this video is looking for a QS. 1 or 2 years experience. So what I'll do, I'll look for a QS friend of mine. I'll tell him to send the CV so that we find out how much actually they're asking for. That other guy just told me he gave a lot of money. Don't know what a lot of money is, it's relative. So let's find out. So they look at your profile, they know which company you worked in, what profession you're in, how many years. So they know, of course, you can refer people. And then if you've worked 7 years, like I have, for a certain company, if I was to call somebody and tell him this guy is looking for, they'll be extra confident in applying for that job. And if they ask for money, they will send. Unfortunately, this guy didn't ask me whether he should send the money. Because a legit job, you'll never ask for money. You'll never ask for money. That's for real. I've looked for work for enough years. So I'll send the QS CV and let's see. Part 2 of this will have details on the next one. Stay so.